The wind and rain weren't the only inconveniences brought by the weather today. The pressure drop is responsible for many of the aches and pains you may have felt. Meteorologist Christian Boatler dives into just how strong the storms were across the country.
Howdy y'all. The storms we saw today are on the Atlantic coast now, from New York to Boston, and went through Washington earlier today. But we will get a second round from the low pressure still in Michigan, and we've had some very low pressure in most of the eastern half of the state. St. Louis, 29.1 inches of mercury, the pressure there. The records are pretty close to 21.9 all time for the month of March, and their all-time record anytime is 28.87, so pretty close there. They've had some low pressure. Chicago is a similar situation, 29 right now as the snow still falls in Chicago. Their record in March, 28.96. They were very close. And all time, 28.7 is a pretty decent margin, but that just tells you there was some really low pressure in today's storm, especially for the month of March. Detroit, Cleveland, they were at 29.1 inches of mercury. Detroit's record is 27.8 in March for all that lake effect snow they get, very close to their all-time record, 27.75. So not as bad as they're used to, but still pretty low pressure. And Cleveland, their March record is 28.9, so they're much closer. And all-time, 28.3 inches of mercury is their record. So these storms, especially in the Great Lakes area, have brought some very low pressure to the area. As for us locally, most of our area has seen about 29.25 inches of mercury in pressure. So while not as low as the Great Lakes, we still have felt the effects, especially those who are susceptible to pains. You may have felt a little achy and gotten some extra pains throughout the day. And the pressure will be staying around the same tonight into tomorrow, but we're going to expect some relief later into the week. But with that, this is meteorologist Christian Boatler for Newswatch.